everyone, Miss Liz here. Thank you so much for joining me today for Super Scientists. Today we are going to be making some lemon volcanoes. Before we get started though, there are a few things we must go over. So if you registered for this program, you should have received a science kit. In your science kit, you will find everything you need for this experiment. There are also a few additional things you'll be needing from home to complete this experiment, which I'll go over in just a second. So in your science kit here, you will see that you should have a bag of baking soda. You should also have a cup filled with dish soap, a smaller cup filled with food coloring. I have green here, but you might have a different color. You should also have 2 lemons, as well as 2 popsicle sticks. And like I mentioned, you will be needing a few things from home as well. Those items include a spoon. You're just going to be using this spoon to scoop out your baking soda, so a plastic spoon works fine, and a knife. You will be needing to cut your lemons, so please make sure you ask an adult for help when using your knife. In addition to those items from home, you will also be needing something to work on. So a plastic plate, a plastic tray, even an aluminum pan would work fine. I don't really recommend using a paper plate just because the paper plate might absorb some of the mixtures we're using, which might create some extra mess. So if you have a plastic tray, plastic plate, even something aluminum to work on, that would work perfectly. And the first step in any science experiment is to make sure you have both clean hands and a clean surface. I just washed my hands, I just wiped down my tray, so I am all ready to go. Make sure you also take a moment to clean your hands and your surface, and then we can get started. All right, so the first step in creating our lemon volcano experiment is to roll our lemons on a flat surface. I'm going to tilt my camera down so you guys can see. So I have my clean tray here, and you're literally just going to be rolling your lemons on your surface. This is kind of to help spread around all of the acid in the lemons. That way we will get the best chemical reaction possible. So maybe in your head, just count to about 20, and then we should be done rolling. Okay, so once you're done rolling, you'll also want to take these stickers off. We don't need those, so if you have any stickers on your fruit, you can peel them off. Now is the part you're going to need to ask your adult for help with using the knife to cut your lemons. So make sure you have an adult present. You won't want to hurt yourself while using a knife. So first you're just going to cut the tips off the lemons, so the very front and the very back. I like to call them the butts of the lemons. Just the front end and the back end, you just want to slice those off. We won't be needing those. Okay. Once you are done with that, we are just going to cut our lemon in half. That way we will have 4 slices. Okay, so now I have all 4 of my lemon slices, and we're ready to go. All right, the next part of our experiment is taking our food coloring, and we're just going to slowly pour a few drops of food coloring onto each lemon slice. You don't need a lot, just a few drops in the center of each lemon slice will do totally fine. Okay, once you have your food coloring in your lemons, the next step is you're going to take your cup of dish soap and you're going to pour just a few drops over each lemon slice. Now, obviously you have a whole cup full, but for now we're just going to start with pouring a few drops into each lemon slice because as the experiment continues, we're going to add more. So as of right now, just pour a few drops over each lemon slice. Just a little bit is all you need. All right, and make sure you seal that back up. Put it aside because we will be using it later. All right, and the next step, we are going to add our baking soda to our lemon and food coloring. But before we do that though, let's actually take one of our popsicle sticks and we're kind of just going to cut through the lemon a little bit. That way there are some slices in the lemon chunks here and we can give the lemon a moment to kind of absorb the dish soap. So as you can see here, I'm literally kind of just cutting through my lemon with the popsicle stick. I'm not making perfect lines or anything. I'm kind of just poking around in the lemon with my popsicle stick. Like I said, just to create some lines or some holes. That way the lemon juice can mix in with the dish soap and the lemon can absorb everything. All right, and once we're done with this, then we're going to add our baking soda. And now is the time to start thinking about what kind of reaction you are expecting when the baking soda meets the lemon juice and the dish soap. So we're going to make a hypothesis. If you are unfamiliar with the word hypothesis, a hypothesis is basically just an educated guess. So it's taking the knowledge that you might already have to make a guess. So we already know that lemon juice has a lot of acid in it, right? So let's take time to think about what will happen when that really acidic lemon juice mixes with the dish soap and the baking soda. All right, so now take your plastic spoon or whatever kind of spoon you have from home. We only need just a spoonful because I did give you guys some extra baking soda so you can kind of play around and experiment and just sprinkle some over your lemons. And we can kind of see right here that the baking soda is already bubbling up. So we do have a bit of a chemical reaction excuse me, going on now. So let's see what happens when we add more dish soap. All right, now we're going to take that other popsicle stick and do the same thing. Cut through the lemons, and now we can see that everything, the baking soda, the dish soap, the acidic lemon juice is bubbling out, just like a volcano would, which is why we called our experiment Lemon Volcanoes. Pretty cool, right? Hopefully you can see it fizzing as well as I can through my camera, but it is fizzing and it is making a fizzing noise. So I'm going to try adding just a little bit more baking soda. It is fizzing up a little bit still. But like I said, I did give you guys plenty of extra dish soap and baking soda. That way you can kind of play around with it and experiment Maybe try different techniques in adding your your ingredients different ways, using different steps, different orders, and see what kind of reactions you guys get. But for now, I think you kind of can see what happens when we mix our dish soap and baking soda with the lemon juice. That is all I have planned for you for today for Super Scientists. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you tune in again next month for Super Scientists, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.